The silent impact of frequent masturbation after age 65, what you need to know. Have you ever wondered whether a seemingly harmless habit could be silently affecting your health as you age? As we grow older, maintaining our physical and mental well-being becomes more crucial than ever. Some things that once seemed innocent or even beneficial in our younger years can have unexpected consequences later in life. If you're over 65, there's one particular habit, often considered natural and even healthy, that could be quietly putting your well-being at risk. In this video, we're going to talk openly and respectfully about a topic that rarely gets honest attention: the effects of frequent masturbation after the age of 65. While this is a normal part of human life, emerging insights from health experts suggest that in some older adults, this habit, if practiced excessively, can contribute to a range of physical and mental health concerns that often go unnoticed. Stay with me until the very end, because what you learn today could shift the way you care for your health and energy moving forward. We'll explore how this habit might be affecting your heart, nervous system, cognitive health, mood, sleep, hormonal balance, prostate function, and even your social connections. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of what's really happening in your body, and how small adjustments can help you feel more energized, more emotionally balanced, and healthier overall. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you find value in today's content, type 1 in the comments, and if not, type 0 so we can continue to improve. Now, let's get started. 1. Unexpected strain on the cardiovascular system. One of the most overlooked risks of frequent masturbation in older adults is the potential stress it places on the heart and cardiovascular system. At first glance, this activity might seem unrelated to heart function. But the reality is, any behavior that elevates heart rate and blood pressure, especially in quick, intense bursts, can place unexpected strain on an aging cardiovascular system. Younger individuals may recover quickly from these spikes. But after 65, blood vessels become less flexible, and heart muscles take longer to recover from sudden exertion. Without the pacing or preparation that comes with traditional exercise, the abrupt increase in heart rate can catch the body off guard. Consider William, a 72-year-old retired engineer who maintained a healthy lifestyle. Yet after certain private activities, he began feeling tightness in his chest and shortness of breath. He mentioned it during a routine checkup, and his doctor explained that these were not uncommon in aging men, especially those with high blood pressure or minor heart concerns. This isn't about avoiding the activity entirely, it's about being aware of your limits. If you've ever noticed fatigue, dizziness, or discomfort afterward, your body may be signaling that it's time to pace yourself and avoid unnecessary stress on your heart. 2. Nervous system fatigue and energy depletion. Another commonly missed effect is how frequent masturbation can lead to nervous system fatigue, leaving you feeling sluggish, mentally foggy, or even unmotivated. Your nervous system functions like a rechargeable battery. Every physical, emotional, or cognitive task you perform draws from it. In youth, this battery recharges fast. But with age, the recovery time slows, and overstimulation can lead to longer-lasting fatigue. Take Richard, a 69-year-old retired teacher. He felt inexplicably drained every morning. After cutting back on certain habits for just a few weeks, he noticed improved energy, sharper focus, and better sleep. What had seemed like simple fatigue turned out to be the nervous system signaling depletion. This is due in large part to neurotransmitters like dopamine. While dopamine gives us feelings of pleasure and motivation, overstimulation can lead to dopamine burnout, making it harder to feel joy, and easier to fall into cycles of low energy and mood. It's not about elimination, it's about balance. Pay attention to how often you're draining your energy, and allow your nervous system the rest it needs to recover. If you're still watching and this resonates, type 2 in the comments. Your feedback helps me bring you more content that matters. 3. Disrupted sleep patterns and nighttime restlessness. Sleep is the body's ultimate reset button, especially in later years. But what if a habit you thought was helping you sleep is actually doing the opposite? Many people believe that masturbation before bed helps them relax. And while that may have been true at one time, for those over 65, it can actually interfere with deep, restorative sleep. This is because the dopamine surge from climax can disrupt melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep cycles. Let's take Gerald, a 74-year-old retiree. He began waking up multiple times during the night and struggled with grogginess. After learning about the dopamine-melatonin connection, he adjusted his nighttime habits and found himself sleeping more soundly and waking up refreshed. An overstimulated nervous system before bed can also contribute to issues like restless leg syndrome, muscle cramps, or general sleep fragmentation, all of which reduce the quality of your sleep and increase inflammation and fatigue. If you've been waking up tired despite getting enough sleep, consider how this habit might be interfering with your rest. Even slight timing adjustments can lead to a dramatic improvement in sleep quality. 4. Prostate irritation and urinary discomfort. Frequent stimulation can also affect prostate health and urinary function, especially in men experiencing benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, a natural age-related prostate enlargement. When the prostate is overstimulated, it can become inflamed or sensitive. This may result in frequent nighttime urination, weak urine flow, or a burning sensation, especially noticeable after repeated activity. Leonard, a 71-year-old retired construction worker, began waking up multiple times a night to urinate. After speaking with his doctor, he learned that cutting back on stimulation reduced irritation and improved his comfort quickly. In addition, frequent activity can overwork the pelvic floor muscles, contributing to leaks, sudden urges, or incomplete emptying of the bladder. Strengthening these muscles with exercises, and giving them adequate rest, can go a long way in preserving comfort and control. If this section speaks to you, please type 4 below, it helps me know you're still with me. 5. Hormonal imbalance and mood swings. Frequent release of dopamine and other pleasure hormones can also cause fluctuations in your mood, emotional stability, and motivation. While it may feel like a stress reliever, overuse can lead to dopamine depletion, which causes everyday activities to feel less rewarding. This, in turn, can lead to irritability, emotional crashes, and even mild depression. Edward, a 68-year-old former accountant, noticed unpredictable mood swings. Some days he felt on top of the world, other days he was withdrawn and irritable. Once he spaced out this activity more intentionally, he felt emotionally steadier. Testosterone, another key hormone, also plays a role. Frequent stimulation may temporarily reduce testosterone levels, which can lower energy, reduce motivation, and even impact muscle tone. Understanding this balance is key. If you've been feeling emotionally off, give your body more time between stimulation. This simple change can help restore hormonal stability and improve how you feel each day. 6. Reduced sensitivity and diminished pleasure. Another side effect is something few talk about: desensitization. The more frequently the body is exposed to the same stimulation, the more it adapts, and the harder it becomes to achieve the same level of sensation. The human nervous system learns from repetition. If the same type of stimulation is repeated too often, the nerve endings become less responsive. Robert, a 73-year-old former musician, noticed that what once brought satisfaction now felt dull or required more effort. After spacing out his activity and giving his body time to reset, he regained much of his original sensitivity and satisfaction. This isn't about stopping, it's about maintaining enjoyment over time by giving the body time to recalibrate and reset. If this insight resonates, type 6 in the comments to let me know you're here. 7. You can keep your balance while standing on one foot for at least 10 seconds. It might sound like a trivial skill, but your ability to balance, especially on one foot, is a strong indicator of neurological and muscular health. In fact, Studies have shown that the inability to stand on one leg for just 10 seconds can be associated with a higher risk of mortality over the next decade. Why? Because balance isn't just about coordination, it's about strength, reflexes, joint health, brain function, and sensory processing. All these systems must work together to keep you upright and stable. If one of them starts to fail, your balance is one of the first things to suffer. Being able to balance means you are far less likely to suffer from falls, which are one of the leading causes of injury and death among older adults. So if you can stand on one foot, try it right now. You're not just doing a fun trick. You're proving that your body is still in sync. That your muscles and your brain are communicating well. That your reflexes are sharp. That your chances of living longer and more independently are high. To improve this ability, you don't need fancy gym equipment. Just practice standing on one foot while brushing your teeth or waiting for the kettle to boil. Small habits. Big impact. 8. You still feel curious and excited about life. This is perhaps the most important point of all, and the one that's hardest to measure. If you wake up in the morning with a sense of purpose, if you still have hobbies, goals, dreams, and curiosity about the world, you're not just aging well, you're thriving. Why does this matter? Because mental stagnation is often the beginning of physical decline. The moment a person loses interest in life, when they stop learning, stop asking questions, stop wanting to grow, is often the moment they begin to deteriorate. But when your mind stays active, your spirit remains vibrant. People who age well are the ones who keep exploring. They read books. They ask why and how. They stay connected with people. They're still open to new experiences, new foods, new technology, new music, and even new relationships. They don't let the world pass them by, they participate in it. And you don't have to travel the world or get a PhD to maintain curiosity. Even small things, like learning how to use a new phone app, planting a different flower, or picking up a new book genre, can keep your brain engaged. If you're still curious, still learning, still excited about something on your calendar, then you are already aging with grace, strength, and vitality. So, if you're between 65 and 80 and you're still doing these 8 things, you're not just surviving, you're aging exceptionally well. You're not just beating the odds, you're rewriting them. But here's the deeper message: this isn't about luck. It's about habits. These 8 things, walking daily, lifting yourself off the floor, climbing stairs, managing weight, handling stress, socializing, balancing, and staying curious, aren't miracles. They're practices. And that means anyone can improve. Even if you can't do all 8 right now, that's not a reason to panic. It's a reason to start. One habit at a time. One walk. One phone call. One book. One step forward. Now let's go deeper. Why do these habits really matter? Because aging isn't just about avoiding disease. It's about quality of life. It's about the freedom to live how you want to live. To go where you want. To get out of bed without pain. To play with your grandkids. To laugh with your friends. To think clearly and speak confidently. To feel relevant, strong, and alive. And these 8 indicators reflect much more than your physical body. They reflect your mindset, your discipline, your resilience, and your commitment to living. There are people in their 70s running marathons, writing books, starting businesses, and falling in love again. Why not you? The silent killers of aging well. Let's talk briefly about what works against these 8 indicators. Sedentary living is poison. The longer you sit, the weaker your muscles get. The weaker you get, the less you move. It's a vicious cycle. Isolation is deadly. Loneliness can literally shorten your lifespan. Humans were not made to be alone. Negativity and stress rob your years. Chronic stress shrinks your brain, ages your skin, weakens your immune system. Giving up is the worst choice of all. When you start saying, "I'm too old for this," your body and mind believe it. The good news? All of these are choices you can influence. It's never too late to reclaim your vitality. Don't let a number define your possibilities. Aging doesn't mean decline, it means transformation. Yes, you've lived a lot of life. But that's your superpower. You've endured, learned, and grown. You have wisdom that younger people can't fake. You have perspective that only comes from experience. And most importantly, you have time left. Use it. Whether you're 65 or 80 or beyond, you are not done. You still have the power to improve your strength, balance, memory, and joy. You still have the ability to connect, grow, and surprise yourself. You still have goals to set, books to read, memories to create, and love to give. Let this be your personal checklist. White heavy checkmark: I move my body every day. White heavy checkmark: I can get up and down without help. White heavy checkmark: I can climb stairs. White heavy checkmark: I maintain a healthy weight. White heavy checkmark: I manage stress and stay calm. White heavy checkmark: I keep my social connections alive. White heavy checkmark: I can balance and stay coordinated. White heavy checkmark: I stay curious and excited about life. If you can check even 5 or 6 of these, you're already far ahead of most. And if you can check all 8, you're not just aging well. You're an example of what's possible when you commit to living intentionally. Final thoughts: you are the author of your aging story. It's easy to feel invisible as we age. The world tends to focus on youth, on speed, on beauty. But there's a quiet power in longevity. In resilience. In wisdom. You've earned your years, and now, you can wear them with pride, strength, and purpose. Let the young rush. Let them chase. You? You move with grace. You've seen storms and survived. You've had losses and still found reasons to smile. You've endured hardship and still show kindness. That is strength. That is power. That is real beauty. So take care of your body. Feed your mind. Nourish your relationships. And above all, stay curious. The best chapters of your life might still be ahead of you. Epic ending. You are not a relic of the past. You are a living archive of strength. Every wrinkle on your face tells a story, of love, loss, growth, and courage. Every gray hair is a silver thread in the tapestry of your life. And every heartbeat is proof. You're still here, still fighting, still becoming. The world may try to put you on the sidelines. But what the world forgets is this. Wisdom never goes out of style. You are not slowing down. You are becoming more deliberate. You are not fading into the background. You are standing in your truth, boldly and unapologetically. You are not behind the times. You are above them. Because age doesn't limit greatness. It refines it. So if you can still walk, still balance, still climb, still connect, then your job isn't done. Your purpose isn't over. Your life isn't winding down. It's tuning up for its most meaningful chapters. And remember this. People will remember not what you wore, or how many birthdays you had. They'll remember how you made them feel. They'll remember your laughter. Your lessons. Your legacy. And your legacy isn't something you leave behind someday. It's something you build right now, with every step you take. Every hand you hold. Every kind word you speak. Every day you choose to show up and live fully. So don't shrink yourself. Expand. Dance, even if your knees ache. Sing, even if your voice has softened. Tell your stories, because someone younger needs to hear them. Love out loud. Forgive quickly. Laugh loudly. And never, Never believe that your best days are behind you. They are right here. And they are still ahead. Final words. If you're doing these 8 things, you are not just aging, you are glowing from within. You are a rare gem. A quiet warrior. A living miracle. You are proof that growing older is not about decline, it's about rising. So rise, again and again. And shine like only someone with your journey can. The world still needs you. Live accordingly.